I didn't have insurance. I didn't have tax. We're gonna edit it out, right? We're gonna edit it out.
Alright, so Temi, tell us about yourself and Temi Tys Kitchen.
So, of course, you guys know my name's Temi. Now I'm 24 years of age, and I started Temi Tys Kitchen when I was 2016. So how old was I? 4 years ago. 24.
I can't do the math.
Yeah. I'm looking at you like, yeah, so when I was 20 years of age in uni.
Yeah. What is Temi Tys Kitchen?
What is Temi Tys Kitchen? Temi Tys Kitchen is a number of things.
Jeez. Where do I start?
Where do I start? So I would say, okay, I'll give a bit of history. So where I started from, I started doing meal preps at uni. So I started prepping for exams. So I was helping a lot of students who were going through exams and didn't have time to cook. Just make a few meals there, you know.
Okay.
You've been through that,
Yeah.
right? You graduated as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
You done
First class,
yeah.
first class. No, but yeah, so I was helping a few people, and how it happened was I had a friend, she was Asian, and she just loved my jollof rice. And she saw me one day and was like,
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
I didn't laugh, you know. You always done
Why are you laughing?
because you're laughing. No, she said to me, oh, I've got an exam, and basically I can't be asked to cook. Do you mind making a pot of jollof rice for me? I was like, yeah. She's like, how much is it gonna cost? I was like, £20. And then she was like, alright, cool. I've got a Sainsbury's voucher and £10. I was like, yeah, cool.
You know what I mean? You have to have been for anything. Bartering.
So then I used the £10 voucher obviously to get the ingredients, and then I just kept the £10 exchange. And then literally from that point onwards, it was a light bulb. Like, I remember I made the food and I rode my bike to her campus and delivered it to her. And literally,
You're riding back.
I rode my bicycle. That was the grind. Before delivery, I was the driver. So yeah, that's how Temi Tys Kitchen started.
That's cool, man. Like, you know, when you started out, yeah, how many meals were you making to begin with, like during that uni period? And were you revising for your exams? Because I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I would say, to answer your first question, how many meals during that period after I made her food, I then decided to blow my student loan, get a car.
Wow.
And then just risk it all basically, get a car.
I heard that.
And then yeah, I used the channel social media. I literally just used Snapchat, and not even Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat and Twitter to just gain customers. And from there, I would say I was doing about maybe 20 to 30 a day when I started.
Meals?
Yeah. So 20 to 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
At uni?
Yeah. But it was like, because it was the beginning.
It, you know?
Yeah, honestly, because
that was really. You want two breasts, yeah?
Say that. I got you. Hold up.
do you know what? Yeah, when I started, obviously I didn't really have experience in cooking large meals for different people, so I used to cook in small quantities over and over again.
Yeah.
And as you know, stuff like rice and peas, jollof rice, curry goat, things like that don't take. They take time.
Yeah.
So
you have to marinate. You have to make that stuff with love, innit?
yeah, with love. You have to love it. If you don't, yeah, honestly, when you like, for example, when you season chicken, like some people just season it, it's like put it in the fridge. When you have to proper caress it.
Jeez. Let them know.
You listen to R&B.
You know what, yeah, like when you turn it over, like, you know, the lonely side, there's just the flesh, like, you actually, like, sprinkle the season on top and massage it in. Do you know what I mean? You have to show your food love, and I feel like when you cook with love, you can taste the love that's in your food. So, yeah.
You know, I'm going to get back into the risking it all bit, yeah.
Okay.
Because, like, when people have businesses, risking it all is a key part.
It goes a long way.
Yeah, I mean, it's our policy 90% of the time.
100%, yeah.
But like you said, yeah, the minute you got any money, you risked it all, do your student loan, and you got that car. Like, how was that though? Blowing it out.
The choice to make you do that.
How did you do it?
Honestly,
talk us through the whole thing. You know you love a story.
I can't even explain what came over me, yeah. Because I remember I had like, maybe like 9 bills. I saw a car. Like 8 bills.
What car was it?
Renault Clio.
I'm
you remember my Clio?
Yeah, I
I
remember
remember
the Clio.
Clio, black Clio. I remember I even got it tinted.
I got pride in the car. For 50,000.
That was the budget. 850, I need £50.
Honestly, yeah, like I went so this is how it happened. So I saw the car. I was like, you know what? Right now, I want to do this business, and I just don't care. And I'm not really a lover of money. I don't really love money to the extent where like I care too much. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not irresponsible with money, but I don't love it to the fact where I'm just hoarding it. I'm just saying, no, I can't do this. Like, I'll risk it. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't mind risking money. I'm comfortable being uncomfortable. So what I done was saw a car, got it from Norbury. It was from a bus driver. I remember I went down to London. He's called me saying, oh, the car might go. I remember I missed my train. I missed my train station. I was stressing out. I was thinking, oh, my day's gonna suck. The car. And this is the first time ever buying a car. So you know what I'm saying? Someone else is coming. You're thinking,
Someone else is actually there.
like I was scared. Like, this is the best option. Like,
You promised me, give me a car.
honestly. And then what was funny was that I didn't really know a lot about cars. So when I actually went there, the mileage was about 80,000 miles, which was high. And I was just like, yeah, whatever. I just bought it. I remember I went with my dad. My dad saw the car. He was kind of, he was kind of just like, dead. But you know, the African dad, like, Toyota, So I was just all Japanese cars. Like, so I was just like, no, dad, I want this car. It's like, cool, get it. Bought it. So then imagine, I drove back to uni. Like, I literally got on the motorway. I was gone. Back to uni, almost had an accident. I remember I was a packed lorry. I was on the wrong. I was on the left lane going left. I was just going straight in the roundabout. I was risking it.
Everything you did.
There's no money in the bank account.
I had nothing to lose. Like, I said, nah. Zoom, swept past him, yeah. But I remember he beat, all of that stuff happened. And then I drive with 2 hands as well. Then so that process, I think it was. To be fair, I wasn't really religious at the time. I didn't even ask God. It just happened. It wasn't even a thing where I thought about it. I just did it. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like if I didn't do that, my business wouldn't be where it is today. My brand wouldn't be how it is today. I feel like the risk I took made the business like. That risk set it added to my story. It made me desperate as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Ran out of money. Like,
no money.
You just got a car. I don't know. You're finding the petrol.
Honestly, I didn't have insurance. I didn't have tax. Like I was,
We're gonna edit it out, right? We're gonna edit it out.
He was young at the time.
I understand. My name's Deji.
Damn, you know that sort of desperation, is mad because like when you have nothing in your bank account, you literally got a car. I don't know how you filled up the tank, but you got a car.
I thought it was half full.
It was half full already. Yeah, you must Nah, but then like literally, you actually only have yourself knowing that my back's against the wall. It's fight or flight now, and I have to fight myself through it. Man.
And that's the best position to put yourself in when you want to do these kind of things, when you want to venture out to do your own business. You need to put yourself in that position to get the best out of it, and that's what you've gone so far.
As I said, I was sending 20 to 30 meals a day.
Yeah.
So I was seeing maybe like £100 odd, spending about maybe like £1. So I was like, okay. Yeah, my turn. You say, you know what? Start questioning my prices. I was inflation now.
We'll beat that down. Money I can make.
I do price comparison, so if you find someone cheaper, I match them in it.
But don't lie.
That's true.
Like, Temi, I'm not gonna lie, for me, I don't know how people cook after work. I feel like it's impossible, you know.
It's so long.
I come back from work, I'm tired, but I want to eat. I want to eat some good food. But when I was speaking to you earlier, you said you were going to show us some techniques or different meals we can make.
And I've just come
for
from
like
work.
20-30 minutes. You've got an apron on.
Yeah.
What are you gonna teach us today?
So today, I'm gonna make a simple chicken katsu burger.
That don't sound too simple, you know.
Chicken katsu.
Chicken katsu burger. One that's not dry, one that's moist. Very good. Exactly. Sweet. Yeah, sure.
Keep it perfect.
Yeah. Let's grab the kit and let's crack on.
Cool.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so Temi, I have a quick question. So, obviously, anyone that has a brand or any passion understands that balancing that and full-time work is so difficult.
Yeah.
How do you balance Temi Tys Kitchen and your full-time occupation?
I would say there's no easy response to it. I can't give you like a fast track or you know. Is that it? I can't give you.
I'm gonna lie to you.
Hold on. It's good effort. I can't give you like an easy way of putting it. You just have to work hard. Like it's not easy. I basically do a 9 to 5, and then I also have bookings on the side that I do. So for example, a day for me when I have work and I've also got a booking can be me the day before going to get the ingredients, going to work the next day, doing my 9 to 5, coming home and making it. And that could be, so instead of doing a 9 to 5, I could be doing a 9 to 12. And the only reason I do it is just because I love what I do. There's no...
It's that passion,
passion. There's no
we say it. I feel like we say this almost every episode now. Like it's your baby. That's your thing. Like, that's your thing.
100%.
But it is
honestly.
There's no better driving force than passion.
Exactly. Without the passion, you won't be able to drive. You won't be able to wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I need to get up and I need to do this, because you have a choice. That's the thing. When you have your own business, you have a choice. You have a choice whether to wake up, do what you need to do, or you can just stay in bed. You don't have to. You actually I don't have to do anything.
I think like, sorry to even cut you off. I think that's like, because someone else was speaking about it, and I think that's the hardest part about having a business. Procrastination. There's no one to stop you from procrastinating. When you're doing uni, you've got like a deadline. You go, oh yeah, cool, I have to do this deadline. But when it's your own business, if you don't do anything today, nothing's gonna change tomorrow. There's no repercussions. There's no one that's gonna argue with you and say you haven't done anything. It's a headache as well, man.
That's literally it. I feel like you have to drive yourself. Like you can't. Like don't get me wrong. At the beginning, you will have probably people saying, you know what, Temi, go. Like yeah, you can do this. I believe in you. But sooner or later, you're gonna be on your own. You know what's driving it anyway. Yeah, you have to be your own driving force.
Let's look serious.
Yeah, like I said, you have to be your own driving force. No one's gonna motivate you more than yourself. 100%. Someone else they can try, but you have to push yourself, and that's where the love comes in. When love's there, it's a lot easier.
I actually have to ask, who actually taught you to cook?
Self-taught. To be honest, like there was no direct teacher. I didn't have it.
Is it?
The side there,
is that the truth? Is that the truth?
Bridges are bad, innit? I'm joking.
So I started when I was at uni. I literally just started cooking. It was weird. Like I can't say what happened, how it happened. I just started cooking things like. One of my specialties now, my honey glazed salt pepper wings. Like that's literally one of my specialties now.
Honey glazed.
That sounds kind of thing.
Honey glazed salt and pepper. It's a thing you have tasted it.
We didn't want to make it today, no.
That's a specialty, Like you also got my Korean wings, like just so many different dishes that I started creating, and I feel like it was just from inspiration. I just inspired myself to make different things.
What was the first meal you made at uni that you was like? Was it the jollof you made for the girl that you was like, yeah, I do? Was it just was that the first meal?
For the girl,
No, was that the first meal when you was like, oh, okay, they made this into a business? Or was there another meal?
Yeah. I think that was it. I think when she said to me, "Can you make this for me?" because I like it so much that she will actually pay for it. Yeah, I was like, yeah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And what's the first meal you made when you was like, okay, yeah, I'm the chosen one?
Yeah.
I'm the chosen one. As you saw it, you looked at it and you said, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm the chosen one. This is me. Yeah.
I think it was when I done a lobster platter like in 2016. I don't even remember it.
I remember the photos.
It was on a chopping board. I remember I had a lobster. Obviously now the picture's probably dead, innit? But back then, the picture was cold. Like.
I was the one that you know the steak one.
Oh yeah.
I remember the steak one. That one was the one that I thought, whoa, this is different. And he did like a Valentine's Day one.
Oh, it's due to my duck.
Oh, the duck. Yeah.
Duck. Yeah. That was sweet. That was like pan-fried roasted duck on the bed of sweet potato mash with asparagus wrapped in bacon or something.
Hey, it sounds like an M&S advert.
I had the bacon, you know. Stuff. We can do chicken salad, by the way. We can do turkey rashers though. I got a big question for you, man. And our friendship depends on this one. So,
okay.
Now that you've been cooking for a couple of years, yeah, who's the better cook out of you and your mum now? Now, don't disrespect auntie. Don't disrespect auntie.
Don't do it.
Don't shame her. Who's better cook?
Who's better cook?
Yeah.
After me and my mum, like biological mum.
Your biological, the person that gave birth to you.
No, I'm joking. I feel like when me and my mum have different.
But don't give me a cop out.
He said Temi or your mum.
Auntie, or Mama Temi. Oh, Mama Temi. That's what I'm thinking.
No, my mom's an amazing cook, man. My mom's an amazing cook. I would say.
Thinking about
Even the political correct. It's not happening. I respect it. You continue.
No, my mom's definitely an amazing cook. I feel like we have different skills. We have a different skill set. My mom's very, very cultural.
Okay, jollof rice. You have to make one meal with jollof rice and a side, like being chicken or whatever. Yeah. Who's better?
Jollof rice.
Jollof.
I think my mom would say I'm better.
Oh my god.
Do you know why though?
Go on.
Because, like, my mum jollof rice is very traditional. Mine is now unique in the sense that I've updated it. Do you know what I'm saying? So even the rice that
Jeez, man said jollof rice 2.0. 2.0.
like, no, honestly, my jollof rice is literally 2.0. Like the rice, even the rice.
We're in the future, man.
No, like I said that. Like, if you think about it, it's like this. Yeah, they've been cooking the same way for many generations for so many years. Like using long grain rice, using these things. I'm now here to explore different alternatives to like it's not even just because of the way I make it. It's the things I use, even the rice I use. Like my mom started realizing that I was using a certain rice. She was like, "Bro, what is that rice?" Like, I told her. Now she started using the rice because she realizes that the rice absorbs flavor a lot better than the rice that she uses. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So in that aspect, I feel like her food's amazing and that my food's amazing as well, but I've just got an updated version of it. So the flavor's still there, but it's like with mine, it's now the texture's there, the flavor's there, even just looking at it. Do you know what I'm saying? Jollof rice can look a bit pale sometimes, like mine has the right colour, like the right saturation. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything on the plate.
Brightness and contrast, everything.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like even when I make it sometimes and her friends taste it, they're like, you made that? Like you made that? Like even sometimes like she'll even say like, oh, I've got a meeting. You know the meetings that they have like, oh, can you make chicken? Can you make the chicken? Can you make the rice? Like, no, yeah.
That must be a nice feeling though.
What, for me?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's love. I've got that's my work, you know. Like,
I'm paid, bro.
I'm not trying to get sentimental with that. That must be nice.
Oh, that must be nice. The family must feel proud.
Talking about
You can drive now. Yeah, exactly. Take me to. Okay.
Is that nice? Alright, so Mr. Temi Tys, should we go into whipping this up?
Man, let's go.
You show us how to make it?
Bro.
Yeah, I'm ready to eat, bro.
I'm ready.
Obviously, as you see, we marinated it in the air for about maybe 55 minutes.
Yeah.
It's been marinated in the air. Like, honestly, when you marinate this, don't think you need to put it in the fridge. You can put it in the fridge if you've got time to put it in the fridge, do what you want with it, but you don't have to. It's not that serious. So, next time, I'm going to get an actual plate so that when
For this, tell me from there.
Yeah, we're gonna leave you.
We're gonna leave you. We're Love Island's on. You got this, bro. You got this.
Thing about Temi Tys Kitchen is that nothing is done by chance and nothing is done just for the sake of it, but everything is inspired.
It's all calculated.
There's a thought in every meal.
There's a thought in every meal. There's a thought in every process. There's a thought in every delivery. So even for example, when I started Temi Tys Kitchen, what made me unique, I feel like from everyone else, was that I focused so much on customer service.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
So I based everything on customer service. Even though the quality of the food was still good, it was the fact that I always messaged every single customer, how was your meal? How was your meal? Is there anything I need to improve on? That's it.
And you know, customer service, as we've got older, it goes such a long way. You realise the importance of customer service, like, as you get older, wherever you do.
Yeah. true. And yeah, I feel like I thrived off that. I feel like a lot of people are used to, go to a karaoke shop and end up, have that or then using that. The African shop, you go there for jollof rice and you go stew and shaki.
That's what I'm saying. Now, but your one, I remember even ordering for me, like, the key thing was the customer service. Like, I remember, Temi's gonna deliver it, it's my guy. I'm gonna bust joke, and even other people, because I sent other people to buy your food, and they said, I feel like I know Temi, like Temi's my guy. Like anyone that bought Temi will say Temi's my guy, and I feel that goes a long way.
Yeah. So I really think that's it, and also like the fact that I infuse different cuisines, so it won't just be like African, it can be African and Oriental, Italian, whatever I can, wherever I'm inspired, whatever inspires me, I can put it together and see if it works. And I'm not afraid to try new things. I'm not afraid to do different things. I'm not afraid to change up a menu and whatnot. On the other hand, still people would request different things for different events, birthdays, events, weddings and whatnot. I've got a wedding next year, so yeah, man. 2020, yeah.
Temi Tys wedding or? No, but so we all
Mr. Temi Tys
every time. But we all know that with business, it's not always plain sailing, not always blue skies, sunny days. Sometimes it's hard times. What's been the hardest part of Temi Tys Kitchen?
I think the hardest part of Temi Tys Kitchen is knowing what vision I had for it. As I said at the beginning, it started from someone asking me to cook a meal for them. And that kind of ultimately meant that I didn't start the business on purpose.
It was just
it wasn't even like a whole business plan. It was like go with the flow.
It was just with the flow. It was literally like a one night stand.
That kept on going on every night.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell me, we all know there's 1,001 food brands out there. See, that was you.
I'm good stuff. Good.
Come on, please, this camera's gonna stop. Please, I'm begging you.
We all know this. So what is he doing? But he's wiping his face, giving it some time. Okay. Obviously how there's... Okay, I'm good now. Alright. So that one always be how I was gonna take off the obviously how we all know... Okay. Temi Tys Kitchen, you know.
No, you're mocking it.
I think what makes me unique is that it's not just about the quality of the food, but it's also about the brand, which is me. African, Caribbean, but what I do is actually fuse the thing.
But Temi, we want an exclusive here. What is next for Temi Tys Kitchen?
Exclusive. What's something off the books?
So I don't know it yet.
The streets don't know, man.
Well, I can tell you two things actually that TTK is planning at the moment. So right now I'm currently writing a recipe book. There's a book that should be coming out this year. It will cater to all, but mainly for people who don't have time to cook certain things, who are in a rush, corporates, people with kids, people, and also people that have a lot to do in the week so that they can cook large meals that can cater for them for the whole week.
That makes sense, man.
Yeah, so trying to write a book that caters to quite a few different audiences, and also I should be having a pop-up restaurant in the next few months.
Sorry. Let's get off easy.
Pick the card.
The pop-up store, what sort of area? South London?
South London, yeah. So I'm looking to do in South London, so I'm looking to do like a 3-course meal, fine dining experience. Fine dining experience.
Fine dining.
Yeah, no, not a pop-up. So it's a pop-up restaurant. So it's not like a pop-up shop outside. It's an actual building, actual restaurant you'll see in the kitchen. And what I'm going for in there is to have an open kitchen so you can actually see me preparing.
Like that, be honest.
Exactly like that. Exactly like that. So you can actually enjoy the experience of me creating. But the difference between that beyond
the
difference is that I will actually be cooking it, but it will be served to your table, so you won't have to wait around. You won't have to, stand in long queues. You'll be served as normal, but even better. Like it'll be exquisite, fine dining.
Oh wait, I'm getting excited.
Three-course meals.
You know we're gonna come out of the army, you know.
Yeah, come through, man. It's gonna be an amazing night, honestly. Honestly, I'm trying to do it over 2 days, see how it goes, and just keep pushing from there. But yeah, TTK have no limits. Always open to new things. Always open to new experiences. So.
Sure, let's get it though. Tell them your socials, any camera you want to click. Let's go for that.
So the socials, so follow me on Twitter at Temi Tys Kitchen, follow me on Instagram at Temi Tys Kitchen, follow me on Snapchat at Temi Tyrese.
Sorry, what?
Temi Tyrese.
That's like a left hand side.
Yeah, the Snapchat is a bit different. Temi Tys Kitchen, you spell that TemiTyskitchen. That'll be awesome. That's what you got right.
It's so good.
Nah, man, Temi, man. Love for having you on Go Back. Thank you, bro.
Been too good, bro.
I know, man. That's under the influence, and that's a wrap. That's a fucking wrap. Peace.